Hi everybody, this is Bonnie from Bonnie's Creative Place, and I am back with card number 4 from the Bag of Bones online class. And for this I used the Bag of Bones bundle, but like I said in video 1, you can always make these cards and just change up to fall or Christmas or thinking of you, anything like that. Just change the elements out. So this card is going to be quite lengthy. Let me show you why. Look at this card. It's a pop-up card. It's Boo! Isn't it cool? You could change this up and have it say ho 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 and have Santa pop out, or an elf or something, or whatever you wanted. There's a lot of different ways to change this card up. And this card has been around for a while. So I just want to show you how I made this card. And yeah, it's a really fun, cute, interactive card. It can be a little tricky figuring out how to do the little pop-up skeleton there in the back, but I'll do my best to show you as we go along. Now, if you would like, comment, subscribe, share this video with your friends, that would be greatly appreciated. That really helps me a lot. So let's get started. Now I went ahead and I did the embossing and the die cutting already because there's so many things that we have to do to the card, and I didn't want it to be extra lengthy. So if you are not sure on how I did the embossing for these, go back and watch video 1, 2, or 3 because they all did the embossing in them, and they show how I embossed all these little guys and characters. So just to you know, give you a little tip there if you're new and just popping in and found this video. So okay, let's get started. Couple things that we need is I'm gonna set this over here. You're gonna need your scoreboard or a tool that does scoring for you. And for this card I have 2 pieces. One is 8.5 by 4 1/4, and the other one is 8.5 by 2 1/4. Don't worry about writing these measurements down or anything. If you're in my online class, they are in your written tutorial, so you don't have to worry about that. And so the first thing we're going to do is we're going to put this in at 1 1/2. And we're going to use the gray blade, which is our scoring blade, and we're going to score that down. Then we are going to scoot over to 3, and we are going to score that there too. Okay? And then we're going to bring in the other piece, and you got it. We're going to put it on 1 1/2, and we're going to score down. And then we're going to scoot over to 3, and we are going to score down. So we have both our pieces scored. Now we're going to reinforce the score lines. So I'm just going to reinforce them. Doesn't matter right now which way, but I'm actually just doing it by finger at the moment. Okay? So when you do them, they should look like this. One should look this way, and one should look like that. Okay? So these are our 2 pieces. So we're going to decorate the tops of these now with some Designer Series paper. So I got this really fun Designer Series paper that Stampin' Up! Is selling. It is their Halloween. Let me get the name of that so that you can, if it's something you would like to purchase. It is called Them Bones. Them Bones. There is so much fun paper in here. If you watched my unboxing, I had showed this paper and it was a lot of fun. So great for scrapbooking, great for you know, lots of different cards, quick and easy cards. And you think, well, I don't send out any birthday cards or anything, or not birthday cards, Halloween cards. I know that if you have a birthday and October. It'd be fun to receive a Halloween card that says happy birthday. This card would be fun just to receive. Maybe you have a couple grandkids that don't live close or do live close and you just want to send them. I know my nieces and nephews love to receive little letters in the mail. I think all kids do. So we're going to put those pieces down just like that. And now we have 3 pieces right here. And I'm just going to add these right along here. Just like so. We made this card in my in-home workshop too that I have. And the girls had so much fun. They absolutely loved this card. So definitely a fun card to make. Alright, there we go. So we got them in here. Now the next thing we're going to do is you would now go ahead and you would die cut and emboss all your pieces. Okay, so here you would die cut this out and then you would emboss the greeting on there, and then you would do the same thing with this little guy. I did 3 fences and we're gonna sponge them up here in just a minute, give them a look. I did a dog, I did the cat, and then I did the skeleton with all the pieces to the body and legs and crazy stuff here. And I went ahead and I did all that. Now I wanted to show you. I went and put them all on one block like this. And then I stamped them in the Versamark. I stamped them down on the black paper and I die cutted them out. And that's how I did it. I put them, this is what I did. I put them all on this piece of paper right here. I already had a cat die cut it out. Your guys' piece is bigger. It's a full half sheet. But I was just using scraps up. But I also had a cat already done, so you would do the cat too. So there you go. Just so you know when you get your kit in the mail that that's what you got to do. Alright, so let's first put this little guy together here. So that way, yeah, he looks more put together. So we're going to get some glue. Now this is meant, this little guy, there's little tiny holes on here. And you can actually put little brads through them and attach it together that way. But I'm just going to glue this on here. So I'm just going to put a dab of glue here and where all these little joints go. And actually I think I might have a tad bit too much. I'm still learning the pressure as I've been telling you guys. Okay, we'll put him down here and we're just going to go ahead and add these parts. Oops, put my finger in the glue. It doesn't matter where or how, just as long as they're on here. You could put them underneath, on top. This is just how I did it. So he looks like that. Okay. It's pretty simple, pretty cute. Crazy looking. So we're going to sit him over there. And now we're going to bring in these fences. And I'm going to use some smoky slate. I wanted to tone down the fence a little bit so that it wasn't quite so stunning. And I wanted it to look a little more spooky. So I went ahead and I just kind of did this. And it'll lighten up a little bit as you're going. But you don't really need to keep dipping. If you've already used your brush a couple times, then you know, your sponge, then you probably don't need to dip it at all. Whatever's on there will be just fine. You won't have to do that. Okay. All right. And there we go. We have that. And now while I got the ink and stuff out here and the stamp pad, I am going to take a scrap piece of white and I'm going to stamp the words boo to you right about in the middle, just like that. And this was done with the Cajun Craze. I was trying to pull in some of this color right there. Then we're going to take the 1-inch circle punch or a 1-inch die, whatever you have. And then I'm taking a retired 1 1/8 scalp circle punch. If you have this, then use it. If you are in my class, you will have gotten one of these punched out for you. If not, use what you have. I just wanted something in the background of it. Okay, so now we got that done, and I am going to attach a dimensional on the back of this right here. Oh, I almost put it on upside down. Oh, I forgot I sponged that. I don't know if I can. Maybe I can. I probably can. Yeah, because it's black in the background. I did take and sponge this a little bit just to, again, tone it down. But you definitely want to do this before you put it on, the dimensional. So there. Okay, so now we got everything done. So now we can start putting this card together. What you need is a piece of it's a 3/4 by 3/4 inch square is what you need. You're going to flip this over. You are going to go and fold this back, fold it in half. This is probably the trickiest part of the whole thing. Don't have to be perfect, but you know, pretty close. You could put it on your scoreboard if you have to. I'm just using my nails and I'm really reinforcing this. Now, I made up a sample. You should always make a sample up. I'm going to take a peek in here so I can just remember. Yep, I laid it down right. I just wanted to make sure I laid it down right. So you're going to lay it down as if this piece right here was opened in this corner. Okay? Like you're going to put that square right there in that corner. Just like that. I don't know. I'm going to try to zoom in so you guys can see a little better here. Okay? So there's nothing here. You got your first score line, your second score line. On your second score line, right here, where you have it, you're going to line this right up with your score line, right at the top, like that. You have your fold mark here. On this half, you're going to put your glue, snail, whatever. You don't have to put too much, because you don't want it to, got the wrong hand here. And then you're going to put this down, just like so. And you're going to hold it there for a minute. Now this side flips up, which is what you want. You want that side to flip up. Okay? And then what we got to do is we got to take our little guy here. And we do trial runs. We do a lot of trial runs just so that you make sure you did it right. Okay? Now we're going to take this guy and we're going to put his foot right here as close as you can to this edge. So we're going to add a little bit of glue, just a little dab. And if you have to peel it off, recreate it, no one's going to see this inside. Okay, and you're going to put it on like this. So see, here he is. He's up in this corner on the one that's not stuck down, and it's going that way. Okay? All right, now let's try it out. That's what I say to everybody. We're going to try her out. And let's see, we got to get the guy down in there. This is how it would go, just like, oh, let me zoom back out. Okay, all right, there we go. So this is how it would go. We're going to give it a test run, and it works. Okay, so you always want to test it out to make sure it's going to pop up. If it doesn't pop up, then you're going to end up fixing it. And it's easier to fix it before it's attached than after. So, ooh, sorry. So now what you're going to do is you're going to attach this right here. So I'm just going to kind of flip this over. Here's my finger mark. I'm going to put glue on this half right here. And then I'm lining the edge of this up with the edge of this right here. Just like so. Okay. Before we go too much farther here, I forgot, before you put that on, you may want to apply this little guy right here. So that's what we're going to do next, and I'm just going to use some snail. You could have stuck this down inside, but, and I kind of go as close as I can to the top and as far over as I can, like that. Okay, so now we have this. Let's just double check our guy again, make sure he's still doing what he's supposed to be doing. Yep. We're going to flip this back. We're going to take, you can use snail. I like to just use liquid glue. I think it holds a little bit stronger. And with this card being, sorry about that, I didn't realize my volume was up on my phone. And with this being a little bit, you know, being played with a lot, you definitely want to make sure that you are, I'm turning my volume down, sorry if I'm kind of not distracted. So there we go, and it'll help with opening. Now his arm wants to get caught. I think that might be fixed once you get it, yeah, once you get playing with them. See? All right, so now let's finish putting this little guy together, getting this all done up. So what I did here, I'm going to start at this end, I think, because it'd be easier to cut it off right there. I ended up just putting these down just like so. So I think I'm going to put this one here, and I went about halfway. So I went right about there, yeah. So just take and put a little bit of glue about halfway down. You don't want to go up too far because you don't want your thing to glue shut. Okay. Just make sure there's no glue. If you feel glue back there, you know, dab it a little bit with your embossing. And I'm just putting it right along here, and I'm just putting a very little bit. And I'm going to overlap the little ends here, like so. Just feeling up there to see if I feel any glue, and I don't. Okay, and I'm going to overlap this right here. And then I have one extra, like it looks like one, and I am just going to trim that off right there, just like so. So now we have this. Here we go. Whee! I absolutely love it. I think it's great. I think I'm going to have to maybe snip this one. Seems like it wants to hang over. So maybe put them down ahead of time or snip them beforehand. Alright, so now let's get to putting the rest of this stuff. Oh, you know what? Well, you have to cut out 2 of these, and I forgot to do one. So when you do yours, make sure you're doing 2 of these little characters, because I don't have one right now for that card. So we'll just improvise here. But we're going to put this little guy right here, and I did use some Stampin' Dimensionals, so let's get that on here. you know, I might have another one that I was playing around with that looks like this in with my dies. And if I do, I'm definitely going to add him to this card. So, yeah, that's what we'll do. We'll just make do. Okay, so we're going to put him right here, like so. Now this, I feel a little bit of sticky right there, because that's where I put the glue dot. So I'm going to take my embossing powder, I'm going to put some on my fingers to give it good, and then I'm going to rub it over top of this until I don't feel, okay, there's no more sticky there. All right. So in my little bag of tricks here, look at, see, I have extra things. And in here I have this little extra guy. This is what I was talking about, that I said you could put, you can go ahead and add those brads to it, because I put little brads in there. So I need tinier ones than what I had. I had to cut them, but it still worked. So I'm going to put a few of these on here, and I'm going to put him on the other side, since I didn't cut out one of the other ones. I can't get a hold of these little papers today. I don't think that was even on there. Oh, I only had the paper on there. I never put the the dimensional. I never did that. So here, so he's going to go right here. And you can make his legs go wherever you want. Okay. And then I'm going to put the little dog. And you know what? I don't know why I keep doing that, but go. And then the little kitten, I just went ahead and I added a little glue, and I put it right here. And then I went ahead and I added a little glue to this. And I put him right about there. Yeah, it was right about there. And that is how I made this card. Now this is funny because this is glow-in-the-dark paper. So this guy little here, I made him with glow-in-the-dark paper. So when he's gonna glow when the lights are off. If someone sets his card out, that's funny. And then this little guy is what yours should look like with one of these. So you need to cut out 2 of them. I totally forgot about that. But yeah, but this is what the card looks like. Now, you're probably thinking, where do you do all your writing if you want to give this card to somebody? Well, not on that one because that's the new one, but right here on the back of the card. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take the cat, and I'm taking some black Memento ink, and I'm going to stamp the kitty right down here, just like that. Then I am going to take, well, I guess I forgot to get out the Happy Halloween. I thought I had it out over there, and I do not. Get out the Happy Halloween. Get out the Cajun Craze. And this is where if you had somebody had a birthday or something, that you could put happy birthday or even just thinking of you. And then I'll stamp this right here, just like that. And then again, to tone this down a little bit and to make it so that it is not so white and kind of looks a little spooky, I'm going to go and I'm going to sponge the outside of this card, just like so. It doesn't have to be anything. I kind of like the messy look because I think it makes it look more spooky to me. Like, yeah, you can go in deeper if you want. I guess it all depends on how much you want to write on the card. And then that's what I did for that. And I did that in Smoky Slate. And then we're just going to flip this over, add some Stampin' Seal to the back, and then we will just place this right on the back of your card, just like that. And then that is the back side. So yeah, so this is the card, and I hope you enjoyed. So thanks for stopping by, everybody. I will be back again soon. Bye-bye.